I finished volume 4 of Stars of Chaos. This volume starts with Kungung and Guyun, who are on their way down to the south. While the country is doing better, they are still at war and need to deal with the invasion on their southern border. There is also still corruption in the government that needs to be dealt with. So while Guyun is going to meet up with his Shifu, who has command of the army on the southern front, Kungung is going to deal with the corruption. The governor of Lyeonjong, who is related to a noble clan by marriage, has been taking advantage of his position as well as mistreating the refugees in the area. Kungung goes undercover along with a member of the Department of Supervision, Shuling, that the emperor sent along with him to assist in the investigation and also to watch Kungung since the emperor is paranoid. And while Kungung and Shuling are undercover, they do have doubles that are in their place, so the governor and his people would be busy with the fakes while they investigate. Chunggung's childhood friend Sao Chunghua is a master of disguise and he is pretending to be Kungung while someone else is pretending to be Shuling. While undercover, Kungung discovers that the refugees have either been killed, imprisoned on a mountain, or decided to join with the bandits that are in the area. Kungung also infiltrates the bandits and goes missing for a bit. While that is happening, Sao Chunghua and the fake assistant that is with him get taken by the governor because the nobles are using this to set up Kungung for treason so that they can get rid of him once and for all. They also set it up so that the emperor is attacked in public and plan it to look like Kungung planned to usurp the throne. However, Sao Chunghua was able to inform Guyun about this. Guyun shows up and saves the emperor and also captures the governor and his people. They still try to make it look like Kungung wanted to usurp the throne, but Guyun and Sao Chunghua dress up some of the governor's men as Kungung and Shuling. But again, the emperor is paranoid, so he still has some suspicion about Kungung, but they don't know where he is. And one of the guards that Guyun had left with Kungung comes to the capital and lets them know that they aren't even sure where Kungung is either, which upsets Guyun. That's where it cuts back to Kungung, who has been injured pretty badly. Kungung had been able to infiltrate the bandits, and some of them knew who he was, but his identity was hidden from most of them because of the deep seated hatred for Great Leong's government. And considering everything that the refugees had gone through due to the corruption in the local government, you can't exactly blame them. Within the large group of the bandits, they are divided into four groups with a leader for each one of which who helped Kungung infiltrate them. And there is another one who is trying to convince everyone to start a rebellion. They try to calm things down, and Kungung ends up revealing his identity to try and prove that he can be trusted. He even allows himself to be stabbed. Three of the leaders knew that it would be bad if Kungung died, so they help him out and they don't plan to rebel. But the group that wants a rebellion isn't happy and decides to split off on their own. Kungung and Shuling go on the run to escape them. Shuling freaks out because Kungung is badly injured. Shuling at this point is also firmly on Kungung's side. Due to everything that they've been through, Shuling ends up really liking Kungung and respecting him. Luckily, Guyun shows up and finds them. He is very upset with Kungung for putting himself in danger, but is relieved that he is alive. He even admitted to Kungung that he was scared to death that something happened to him. However, even with things that Kungung hadn't accounted for, like the bandit leader wanting to rebel and getting injured, Kungung is able to get ahead of his opponents. His plans for factories and the resettlement of the refugees go into effect without much resistance. The nobles in the court are too busy trying to clean up after the failed attempt to usurp the throne and save themselves to pretty much do anything to oppose Kungung and the plans that the Grand Council put in place. Kungung is also taking a step back to heal and to stay out of the spotlight for a bit, but the nobles are still very upset. They cling to their traditions and they don't like Kungung or the changes that he makes as they see it as a threat to their power. Kungung also continues to come up with plans for Great Liang. They had already hijacked a ship from the Western region's fleet so that they could finally improve their own navy, which had been severely lacking. He also has plans for trains and to build a railway system throughout the country. The emperor's health is also in decline. He has been through a lot of stress since ascending the throne. He does seem to be looking to Kungung to help guide the crown prince. He's also okay with not pushing Kungung into a marriage. The 18 tribes from the north send an envoy for peace talks, but in actuality, what they want to do is to try and trigger the poison in Kungung to make him go mad and attack people. Kungung is very strong willed, so he's able to do what he needs to stop that from happening. At this point, they had already figured out that Kungung's blood has something to do with the poison, so he ends up cutting himself so he won't lose control. The nobles and the emperor's uncle aren't done trying to get rid of Kungung. This time they try and throw doubt about Kungung being the late emperor's son, but that plan ends up failing too. However, Kungung decides to give up his position as the head of the Grand Council for now. It's revealed that there seems to be inner turmoil with the 18 tribes. Guyun and Xinyi end up going to the north to end things there. Things don't go easy for them while they're there. They do get hit multiple times with unexpected news or events. Guyun and Kunggung Shifu passes away, so they end up having to go south and defend against the western region, who are also having their own difficulties internally. But their new and improved navy is holding up much better. Guyun does end up going back up north eventually, but in the meantime, Shenyi is holding things down up north as the king of the 18 tribe confederacy is doing all that he can to defeat them. The king is completely consumed with revenge. He doesn't care that his people are dying of starvation or that they are running out of resources. He even had a stroke, but his hatred keeps him going until the end, where he then decides to die at the goddess's abandoned temple. Kungung and Guyun did have allies undercover up there, and they may have found something that could help Kungung with the poison that he's been infected with since he was a child. There isn't that much left to the story, at least the main story. I'm currently reading volume 5 now, which has the end of the main story, and then a bunch of extra chapters after that.